Hey everybody, what's going on? I'm Jason with Tech Centered, and today we're going to be taking a look at this monster right here, this Anker 537, also known as the PowerCore 24,000. I don't know why they call it the 537. I'm not really sure anyone understood Anker's numbering scheme when they had this going a couple years ago, but it also comes in two different flavors. These run you about $65 each, and they have a max output of 67-ish watts. So you could definitely keep your laptop charged while you're on a plane or on a business trip, no problem with these guys, as long as you're not drawing more than the 67 watt output. So a couple things about this. Me specifically, the only reason I even purchased these was for a very long 4.5-month hike I did out west called the Pacific Crest Trail. It's about 2,600 miles long, and these basically kept my Pixel 8 Pro charged about 3 times, right? So I got 6 charges out of both of them. I did drop one of these in just to use the Anker Nano, which I reviewed earlier on the channel. It's one of my favorite power banks ever so far, and between that, this one and the Nano, those kept me charged for about 8 days while out on the trail. Now, I use this guy too to power it. This is a gallium nitride charger, and this is where things get a little bit interesting with the numbers. So right off the bat, these will do 5 volts, 3 amps, 9 volts, 3 amps, and then this is where they kind of separate, and this is where I think I start to have some problems here. So we got 12 volts, 3 amps, versus 12 volts, 1.5 amps. And we got 20 volts, 3.35 amps. Yes, that's what's listed on the charger, versus 20.15 amps. Now, reason why I'm telling you this is because on the Amazon page, on the actual box itself, and on the Anker website, they say this charges in 3.5 hours. I've never been able to see that. It's always been about 4 hours and 20 minutes in my testing. And I'm not really sure if that's this charger's fault. I do need to get another one to try this again, just with the exact same amps and volts as the power bank. But in all honesty, right off the bat, real quick, I didn't really like lugging this around. I wasn't using this to charge a laptop. I was using it to charge my phone and other small electronics. So immediately cross this giant monster off your list if you're just going to be charging your phone. There are many, many other options to consider over this, and I would not recommend this. Now, this thing does have a pretty cool light indicator. It has 4 LEDs. I don't know if you can see that. This one's almost dead. I don't plan on using this anymore. Just wanted to do this for the review. Each light is 25%, and then it'll start to blink below 10%. So let me show you a couple things that I didn't like about this. Number one is really the weight on this guy, right? 1 pound, 1.7 ounces, which for our metric friends is 503 grams. That's just simply too heavy to carry around in your pocket or your purse for any reason other than to charge a laptop, which again, I didn't do. So again, if you're looking at just this thing to charge a phone, or maybe even a couple phones, different ones, maybe your buddy has one you want to use, or your wife or whatever, I would look elsewhere, definitely. It's also pretty massive. If you take a look at the measurements here, we got almost a little over 3.25 inches by a little under 6.25 inches, and then it's about 1 inch in depth. So it's very massive. You're not going to be carrying this guy around in your pocket at all. And I don't know. I wish that Anker's products would kind of line up together. I understand there's voltage conversions and different mechanisms, but these were produced around the same time. And for the average user, you don't really think about, hey, the amps and the volts need to line up perfectly with the power bank I'm choosing. You know what I mean? Some of those options aren't even available on the Amazon website. You got to drill down into other websites, or even, look at the back whenever you purchase the product to see if it's going to line up. Now, whether this has anything to do with the input and the charge time on this, I'm not sure. Like I said, I don't plan on using this anymore. just wanted to throw it out there for any potential people that might still be looking at this model. Just don't buy it. There's better models out there. The gallium nitride ones with the screen are excellent. They're maybe 20 bucks more, 30 bucks more, but in my opinion, it's a way better investment than lugging, these guys around. So if you still have any questions about this, I'll be happy to answer them down below. Just leave me a comment and I will get back to you as soon as possible. I did see 30 watts input out though to my Pixel, but rarely did I see over 22 watts coming in from this wall outlet. So thanks for watching, everybody. Again, any comments, see below. Do not recommend.